Today we're taking a look at these matches, which are happening on Friday, February 10th, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and make sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Also check out our Patreon if you want to access our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link in description and comments section below. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find a link in the description and comment section below. Purdue-Fort Wayne Mastodons versus Youngstown State Penguins. Earlier this season, Purdue-Fort Wayne defeated Youngstown State in Ohio by 5 points. Youngstown State had one of their worst shooting performances as they made just 38.8% from the field. The Mastodons made 53.6% of their shots. I don't see the Penguins shooting this poor again. Youngstown State is the 10th best team in the nation in shooting percentage. Purdue-Fort Wayne isn't necessarily great on defense. They rank in the middle of all categories out of college basketball teams. Youngstown State is the best team in the Horizon League, and they will show by scoring well over 80 points. Take the Penguins to cover. Youngstown State has one of the best defenses in the nation. They have one of the worst defenses in the country. The Penguins are going to put points on the board, but the Mastodons are going to have to hang with them for the over to hit. I believe that they can because they have scored over 70 points in 4 of their last 6 games. The over is 4-0 in the Penguins' last 4 road games. The over is 4-0 in the Mastodons' last 4 games following an against the spread loss. Take the over on Friday. Cleveland State Vikings versus Robert Morris Colonials. Taking Robert Morris to cover the spread in this one for a couple of reasons. I understand that Cleveland State is the better team overall on the season, however recent trends point toward taking Robert Morris. A statistic that stands out particularly to me lies in the team's 3-point shooting percentage, where Robert Morris shoots 34.6% and Cleveland State only shoots 31.1%. This indicates to me that Robert Morris will be able to climb back from possible deficits, while Cleveland State will struggle to build leads. Cleveland State has failed to cover in their past 4 home games against a team with a losing record, and when these teams face off, the underdog has covered in 4 of their past 5 meetings, making me confident in taking Robert Morris to cover. Taking the over in this game for multiple reasons. Both teams average and allow more than 65 points per game on the season, with Robert Morris averaging 68.6 points per game while allowing 67.4, and Cleveland State averaging 70.9 points per game while allowing 67.6. This is important because it indicates that both teams' combined point totals on average are over 135. This bodes well with the fact that Robert Morris has gone over in 10 of their past 12 Friday games, have gone over in 9 of their past 11 games following a double-digit loss at home, and have gone over in 4 of their past 5 games following a loss. In addition, Cleveland State has gone over in their past 5 games, and have gone over in their past 4 games following a against the spread loss, making me all the more confident in taking the over for this matchup. Take over 135 points. Akron versus Ohio U. The concern for Ohio is that A.J. Brown will miss this game, and he was a huge part of their loss at Akron. Akron is fine on the road, having won 4 straight games. Ohio hasn't won more than 2 straight games since December, and hasn't won more than 3 straight all season. Their 3-point defense is another concern as they're facing an Akron team that shoots 35% from long range. Castaneda was held to 16 points on 2 of 11 shooting in the first game as Freeman tallied 32 points and 15 rebounds. Expect Castaneda to have a big game against the Bobcats. Our team pick is Akron -2 points. Ohio does like to push the ball as they rank 134th in adjusted tempo. The first game went well over as Akron put up 83. These teams have gone over in 4 of the last 5 meetings. Ohio has gone over in 6 of their last 7 games. They've averaged 83.3 points per game over their last 6 games. At home, OOI is averaging 82.5 points per game and shooting 38.3% from 3-point range. Take the over. Dayton Flyers versus St. Louis Billikens. As well as things are looking for Dayton heading into the most intense part of the season, I don't yet have enough faith that they can muster up the same intensity they brought against VCU. Dayton has not won by more than 4 points in 5 of their last 6 games. Furthermore, don't expect Dayton to produce enough as an offense to create an insurmountable lead for St. Louis. I believe this game will be close and St. Louis shoots better from the free throw line, a factor that might prove to be key in this contest. The Billikens are 4-4 on the road this year, so they are capable of playing to their potential away from home. The Flyers are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 following a straight-up win, and the Billikens are 5-1 ATS in their last 8 matches played on Friday. Our team pick is St. Louis plus 4.5 points. Dayton's defense and the tempo of both teams leads me to have more faith in the under being hit in this contest. VCU was averaging over 70 points per game and Dayton was able to hold them to under 60 points in their matchup. Furthermore, St. Louis has averaged only 68.7 points per game in their last 3 contests. Their battle against VCU only led to them scoring 65 points, and I expect them to do similarly against Dayton. Dayton's slower pace will of course impact the total as well. Neither team surrenders many turnovers and can move the ball efficiently, leading to less opportunities for easy transition or fast break points. The Billikens have hit the under in their last 6 games played on Friday, and the Flyers have hit the under in 4 of their last 5 versus an opponent with a winning percentage greater than .600. Our total pick is under 136.5 points. Air Force Falcons versus New Mexico Lobos. New Mexico is 4-3 against the spread this year on the road, while Air Force is 9-7 ATS at home. The Lobos will look to get some momentum since they played 2 of the worst MWC teams in the next 2 games, Air Force and last place Wyoming. While the Lobos are 1-4 ATS in their last 4 games overall, they are 2-1 ATS in their last 3 road games, including a straight-up win at current first place San Diego State. Meanwhile, Air Force is 2-3 ATS in its last 5 home games. Take New Mexico -6. Recent trends for both teams suggest the over. The over is 4-1 in Air Force's last 5 games following a double-digit loss at home. Air Force is coming off the aforementioned 16-point home loss to Colorado State. The over is 4-1 in New Mexico's last 5 overall. New Mexico is always a threat for the over. The Lobos entered Thursday 8th nationally in fast break points per game, 15.92. They were also 27th nationally in adjusted tempo, averaging 71.0 possessions per 40 minutes according to KenPom.com. While Air Force has struggled offensively, the Falcons actually have a better 3-point percentage than New Mexico, .350 to .346. So the Falcons are capable of scoring, even though they won't want to get in a track meet with New Mexico. The teams combined for 154 points the first meeting and are capable of doing the same this time. Take over 143.5 points. Wright State Raiders versus Northern Kentucky Norse. Wright State has improved significantly as the season has gone along, and the Raiders are playing well right now. Wright State are 6-3 in their last 9 games, and the Raiders are shooting 49.7% from the field for the season. Northern Kentucky has had a solid season as well, but the Norse have struggled on the road against tougher teams. NKU is just 3-3 on the road in their last 6, and 2 of their losses away from home were blowouts. Our team pick is Wright State -3 points. Wright State is shooting 49.7% from the field, and the Raiders have scored 80 points or more in 5 of their last 7 games. Wright State has been a good offensive team all year, and the Raiders are playing their best basketball right now. Northern Kentucky has been a solid defensive team, but the Norse have struggled on the road against tougher competition. Wright State is also 16th out of 363 teams in the nation in adjusted tempo, and the home team usually dictates pace. Take the over 137 points.